2 weeks after each winning the North Coast Athletic Conference Championship, both the Allegheny men's and women's cross-country teams punched their tickets to the 2015 NCAA Division III Championships with exceptional performances at the Great Lakes Regional Championship. The Gator men will be making their 10th trip to Nationals in 11 years, after earning an automatic berth with a second-place finish at Regionals. The Gator women, however, had to wait until the at-large selections were announced the day after the regional race to learn that they will be making their first trip to Nationals since 2007.
It was a really, really good feeling. Flashbacks to last year and placing 4th in the Mideast region and just missing out on an at-large bid, and then coming full circle this year with them placing 3rd and getting that bid to the national meet. It was really huge. We were all gathered around here in the office just clicking refresh, waiting for the results to come up if we got in or not, and it felt really good.
It was just a lot of smiles, some tears, some happy tears here and there. We were all in Coach Jordan Hill's office. We were just sitting together waiting for them to post the results online, and finally we were refreshing the page at an insane rate. Jordan was saying she probably broke the record, and then it came up and we got the bid, so everyone was just extremely happy.
Coach Jordan Hill is especially proud to see that both of her teams will be represented among the top 32 squads in the nation.
It's really huge. It's something that they have worked for years. It's definitely a long process that starts, when the seniors are freshmen and they've kind of come all the way through. It really means a lot. It's a big deal to have one team going to nationals, but now that we have 2, it's a really big deal, and we have a lot to be proud of.
Both teams thrived against strong competition throughout the year, going against some of the top teams both regionally and nationally in each of their past 4 meets. The runners agree that this rigorous schedule has allowed them to thrive as they took to the regional and now national stage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the national stage it's the national stage. It's the biggest one, and I mean, especially with a race like Lehigh, I think you sort of get the sense of what it's like to race with a bunch of guys who really deserve to be out there, right? Lehigh, you got D1 competition, very strong D2 competition, and strong D3 competition. You're never alone in that type of race, and that's kind of how nationals is. And so, I mean, even on the conference level and the regional level, we're facing very competitive runners, and I think, that's a great preparation for a meet like nationals that, you're gonna have guys around you that are, just as talented and are gonna be willing to work just as hard as you. And it's a great environment. I think we've prepared well for it.
It definitely gives us a lot of confidence. I think the meet that we're really realizing how we're stacking up against these kind of nationally ranked teams all season was this past regional meet, because we were just 5 points behind the second place team, and both the first and second place team at regionals have been nationally ranked all year, and so it just feels really good to be up there with them.
Junior Dan Chung is one of the many Gators peaking in the postseason. After missing the bulk of his first 2 seasons due to injuries, Chung has thrived this year, turning in top 5 finishes at both the conference and regional meets.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really validating because, it's really tough to face injuries and, sickness, and I think any runner who's gone through it, most runners have, I think any runner would, testify to it being just incredibly trying, right? And I think, coming back and knowing that you've invested so much time and work into bouncing back from something like an injury or a sickness, it takes a lot of work and it takes a lot out of you, and you really do need to put everything in it. And I'm really proud of the way that I've handled it, and I'm really grateful for my teammates because they supported me the whole way.
Senior Alyssa Brindle has put together an exceptional career for the Gators, earning all NCAC honors in each of the past 3 seasons. She is thrilled to be able to end her cross-country career on the sport's largest stage.
It feels really good. It's really been completely about the team. It's just, there would be no way that any of this would have happened without everyone just being so fantastic. There's no one factor that went into what happened in allowing us to get this far, because it was just such a combination of so many things. that just all had to come together. We have two amazing freshmen who have never, we've never had freshmen that good they've had the best seasons we've seen in a long time for freshmen. So that was a huge help. We had so many girls who were just so focused. Every single person on the team, we were all on the same page, same goals. We knew what we wanted to do, and it just working together the way we did in races and in practice, but mostly what we were able to do in the races just propelled everyone. Just each person had their kind of their moments where they said, hey, I can stick with so-and-so, and it just, we run together, sort of. We all just like propel each other, so I can't even, I give all the credit to everyone that I run with.
Senior Logan Steiner will be making his 4th trip in as many years to the national championship. As a freshman and sophomore, Steiner was a key member of a pair of Gator teams that finished among the top 20, including a 3rd-place finish in 2012. Last season, he competed as an individual, and he's thrilled to be able to wrap up his cross-country career this season running with his teammates.
It means a lot. It's definitely a better experience going with a team than it is as an individual. Bringing up last year's memories, it's hard. You don't go out there as motivated. You don't go out there as hyped up for the race as you do as with a team. Going back to freshman year when we had seniors when I was a freshman, it was awesome. We had so much fun, and we just went out there and just did what we needed to do, beat the teams that we wanted to beat, and it was a great experience.
Having competed at the past 3 national meets, Steiner knows what's in store for he and his teammates.
This is definitely going to be a different meet. At least I'm going to tackle it that way. For the most part, national championship meets go out really, really fast, and having the experience of knowing that it's going to go out that way, I can react better. The past years, I've noticed that I haven't really competed well with that kind of race strategy. So maybe changing that up my senior year might do a little bit better for me. But it definitely helps having that experience. We can see that even experience not at the national championship meet, but in races in general, just having that experience of knowing like what the race is going to go out like, knowing the people that are in the race, it all comes down to it. And the more experience you have, the better you are.
While the Gators are thrilled with making the trip to Winnicott, Wisconsin for the national championship, they are far from satisfied and know that even more success is certainly attainable.
I think, for us, a success is just running the way we've been running all year, I think, at nationals, and just having all our girls in a tight pack, and hopefully I think we can be in the top 15 teams if we have a race like we've had at conference and regionals.
We definitely have goals of where we would like to end up at the national meet, but I think as long as we run the way that we have been all year, the men have run in fantastic style as a tight pack all year. The women have finally conquered that method with our last 2 meets at conference and at regionals. So if we keep that same fashion up, I think we're going to do really well.
The women will take the course first on Saturday, beginning with the 6K at 12 noon, before the men hit the trail for the 8K at 1:30. Live video and results from both races will be available on AlleghenyGators.com.